The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the News Media Zone. With your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the poster pair's name. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello! And welcome to the New Media Zone. And Dave here. And Dave, you're with you. We are going to take a trip back to 1961 tonight. There we are. We are back now. Back to 61. We weren't here yet.
No, we weren't.
We would be here in 62 when we do that in a few weeks.
We would.
Although-
What happens when we run out of years? Do we go off the air? Hey, don't say good.
We will probably be back to regular shows.
I hope so.
When we get through, we are at 61 now. We've done 65. That's where we started.
Okay.
So we got 1, which is tonight. Then we got 2, 3, 4. That's 3 more tapings
Okay.
with flashback shows. And then we decide, is it time to start doing regular shows or do we do 90s?
Oh.
So we'll decide at the time.
But if we don't get back to the regular shows, that's because of people who aren't vaccinated. And let me tell you about vaccinations. No.
If you want to hear our thoughts on vaccination, put in Media Zone and Vaccination Show, which I think is a full half hour. But tonight we're at 61, and there were some good movies. Some I wasn't sure what they were, so you have some additional material on them. As usual, most of the fun stuff is in the other movie section. But we do have some good movies in 61. So we're going to start that off. Well, why don't you start off with number 10?
Number 10. This would be the top 10 films of 1961. Now, are we talking about gross, Ed? Is that what we're talking
Gross.
about? Gross.
That's gross.
The money. Number 10.
This is the 10th biggest money maker from 1961.
Right. Come September, a romantic comedy starring Rock Hudson, Gina Lollobrigida, Sandra Dee, and Bobby Darin. Well, of course, Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin, weren't they a couple?
Yes.
Didn't they get together?
In real life or in the movie?
In real life.
I'm not sure on real life.
I thought they were.
I'm not positive.
Okay. Never heard of this film.
No, neither did I. That's why I had to look that one
And
up.
quite frankly, I have never seen a Rock Hudson romantic comedy.
Not even Pillow Talk,
No.
the most famous of
Wasn't
Rock
that
Hudson.
with, what's her name there? I can't remember now, oh my God.
Doris Day?
Yes, Doris Day.
Now, at the time, they called them romantic comedies, but later we would call them science fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Found out about Rock Hudson there. He's a good actor, though.
Yes. All right, number 9. La Dolce Vita.
Oh, my.
It's a comedy drama film directed and co-written by Federico Fellini. The film follows a journalist writing for gossip magazines over 7 days and nights on his journey through the sweet life of Rome.
Oh.
And I'm so hungry now, I want some lasagna.
I wonder how that got it to number 9.
I don't know. People saw it. I never heard of it.
No, never see it again. And I don't know if it was in Italian subtitles. Who knows? Don't know anything about that one.
Neither do I. The number 8 film for 1961, 101 Dalmatians.
Oh,
This is the animated Disney classic.
right. With Cruella de Vil.
Yes.
We just had the live action prequel, I guess, film.
Was that with Emma Stone?
Emma Stone, which was very long, I think, 2.5 hours. And did make some money. I think it was on that Disney Plus or something. But it was pretty popular.
I just remember the folks saying it's time to go out for our evening constitutional, which I didn't realize was a walk.
Is that? I thought it was a dump.
Yes, what I thought it was too. But they went out for a walk. I didn't know that. I thought they were ready to hit the loo.
Yeah, I think that transformed in the 60s into something else. I never saw 101 Dalmatians.
Oh. Well, you need to have some offspring to see all those old Disney films. This is how I got to see all the Disney films. It was when the kiddles, little itty bitty people, you would have to pop in a VHS.
Right.
And so you'd have all the Disney ones. You know, the Dalmatians, the Pinocchios, the Ariel, the Beauty and the Beast, and
all those other ones I've seen, but something
Fox and the Hound.
101 Dalmatians didn't turn me on, I guess. We never went to see that when it was released every 7 years. I didn't watch it on the World of Disney. It just the dogs. I don't know if it was the dogs or the number of dogs or the Dalmatian breed that didn't appeal to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't on our regular rotation.
No.
There were always favorites, but
I'll watch Pinocchio anytime. That's a good one. That's one of my favorite Disneys.
okay.
Good score.
Number 7, King of Kings,
Oh.
starring Jeffrey Hunter, who I believe was the original captain of Star Trek.
Right. He was Commander Pike.
Pike.
I know some history on this, not that I know a lot of Star Trek, but he was Commander Pike in the pilot, where Spock had funnier looking ears, and the pilot didn't sell that one, but they later on used part of that in an episode, the pilot with Pike,
Okay.
and I think Pike was under court-martial or something, and they couldn't get the actor, so they got somebody and put makeup on him and put him in a box. You'll see the picture here. Commander Pike in the box.
All right.
I should watch that episode just to see what the hell is going on with Commander Pike, and they couldn't get Jeffrey Hunter probably because he was a big star by then.
Well, he was in this film. He was playing Jesus.
Oh, yes.
And poor Jeffrey Hunter died very young. I don't know if he made it into the early 70s.
Huh.
But I think he died from a fall at his house.
Oh, no.
I have to look that up. I don't recall.
Usually that happens later, but
Right.
he must have took a hell of a fall.
He was
there.
young. I don't know if he was he may have been in his 40s.
Was this the historical film Jamie Farr was in?
I
think
don't
he was
know.
in one of them.
I don't know. This film, King of Kings, wasn't played frequently because over the years it was deemed to have such historical inaccuracy
Oh, no.
that it wasn't worthy of being played on television, although it has popped up from time to time lately.
Historical accuracy
yeah.
or biblical accuracy?
Well, I don't know. One of those.
I think we might have watched this when we were kids when it was on. Was this the one where John the Baptist's head was
Yes.
flying around
Yes.
on a plate or something?
Yes. Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yep. Number 6, Lover Come Back, a romantic comedy film starring Doris Day and Rock Hudson.
Oh, no.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
This was not their popular one, which was Pillow Talk.
Right.
I think they did 3 together.
Number 5, The Absentminded Professor, not to be confused with The Nutty Professor.
Right.
And this one starred Fred MacMurray, and it says Flubber.
This was black and white, and he invented that flubber. And I think the main thing here was they gave it to the basketball team, and they were flying around on wires. Did you ever see Flubber or this or what?
Wasn't there a son of Flubber?
Yes, there was a sequel to this. I think that one was in color. And then, of course, there was a Robin Williams remake. Was that called Flubber?
Oh, I don't remember. Now that you mention that, I remember he did do that.
Yeah. I remember there were little animated Flubbers and toys at McDonald's with that one. But this was Fred MacMurray.
Fred MacMurray.
And this was a Disney film, right?
Yes. Number 4, The Parent Trap, starring Haley Mills. Vaguely remember it. Was it remade or not remade?
Yes, with Lindsay Lohan, I believe.
Okay. Wasn't Jennifer Garner? Was she in that?
No,
I'm thinking of 13 going on 30.
Yes.
Okay.
Was Jamie Lee Curtis in that one? with,
Could be.
we'll have to check, but this was Haley Mills in
This is
61, and this is where there's one, I think, they look alike, and they switch places to try to get the parents together or something. I think that's it.
Okay. This was before my time. I wasn't born yet. Number 3, El Cid.
Oh.
Historical drama loosely based on the life of 11th century Castilian warlord El Cid. The film stars Charlton Heston.
What is Castilian? That sounds like something Charlton Heston shouldn't be playing.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll have to look it up.
That's like when John Wayne was Genghis Khan and they put the appliances on the eyelids there.
Yeah. You can't. And it's like Jerry Lewis and Hardly Working.
Actually, we're going to get to that next time, I believe. 81. And we'll save our comments on that for there.
Is that his big comeback film?
Yeah.
Number 2, The Guns of Navarone, starring Gregory Peck, David Niven, and Anthony Quinn. Well, that's a pretty hefty cast there.
Mm-hmm.
Gregory Peck, David Niven, and Anthony Quinn. Of the 3, Anthony Quinn. Not one of my favorites. But
He wasn't in anything I liked, except, wasn't he the Hunchback in one of them? I think he was the Hunchback.
I don't
In the 50s version.
That could be. I know he was Zorba the Greek.
Yeah. Wouldn't watch that.
But David Niven, fine actor.
Oh, yeah.
Gregory Peck, also from The Omen, I believe.
Yes.
And Lee Remick. Yeah. And the number 1 film of 1961.
That was number 2, a war film.
That was number 2.
Okay.
Now, let me just mention, of those films, I saw 101 Dalmatians, King of Kings. I probably saw The Absentminded Professor, don't recall. But I also have never seen the number 1 film, West Side Story.
Oh, no, Dave.
That's with
Russ Tamblyn.
Russ Tamblyn. I was thinking of his daughter, Amber, as an actress.
Uh-huh.
But
Natalie
Russ
Wood.
Tamblyn, yep, Natalie Wood.
Playing a Puerto Rican.
Was Sal Mineo in that?
No.
Okay.
He wasn't in this. It was George Takaris, who was a Greek playing a Spanish.
Oh, all right.
Puerto Rican. And, of course, Rita Moreno.
Or Rita Moreno.
I like to put the emphasis on Moreno, who's still with us and producing, I believe, the remake of West Side Story, which was postponed and is coming out this December, directed by Spielberg.
That should be interesting, only because, a lot of music and dancing, and I'm sure it's going to be a little more, gymnastics. A lot more, lots of good dancing.
I think there's going to be actual Puerto Ricans is mainly what they're doing, and you have to do these days.
Well, yes, you can't have, have Charlton Heston or John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
I noticed some of those background Puerto Ricans look like they might have had the brown makeup on in the. So you never saw West Side Story?
Never
because
have.
I was going to do a sing-along of Officer Krupke, but you have no idea what that is.
I don't.
You've heard it mentioned, I think, Officer Krupke.
Not to my knowledge, I
No.
don't recall. No.
If I said Officer Krupke, you would know that was from West Side Story
I
or
would
not?
not. I would not know that.
Huh. Dear kindly, Judge Your Honor, I was wondering, could you do a psychiatrist, like German voice? I was going to have you do that part because I can't do it.
I don't know how it goes, so I can't.
Like a Sigmund Freud voice?
No, well, what am I going to be saying?
Can you do the voice, though?
Oh, I don't know if I can do it. You just want a German accent?
Yeah, like that, sort of.
Just like that?
Yes.
Okay. There, I just did it.
Okay.
You have bipolar disorder.
If we have time, we'll play with it. We'll go through it.
That's-
And you'll learn about Officer Krupke.
Yeah, that's so
I can't believe... I guess because my mother would put that on when we were kids. And we got... the songs are very catchy and, there's
All right.
dancing and singing and...
Well, here's to hoping we don't have time. All right. What are we doing now? Songs or TV?
Wait, we got some
you have
other
mentions.
movies.
Oh, let's mention it. Hurry up. We only got 15 minutes left.
Nude on the Moon.
Oh, I like it already.
Nude on the Moon is the second of 8 nudist films. While most nudist films of the time were set within a conventional nudist camp, apparently as a promotional gimmick, this was set in a nudist civilization on the moon. I forgot I was going to try and find a trailer, but if I find any footage, I'll put that in there. Nude on the Moon.
All right.
Now, this was interesting. Some of our films here were all within a 1 month period. Here.
And by favorite, you mean films we've mentioned frequently for various reasons.
Yeah, Reptilicus.
Not one of my favorites. But a good one to watch because of its pure campy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe was done in 2 languages simultaneously.
Was it, what was the...
Swedish, maybe?
Yeah, it was the only film ever put out from this country, whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know, but they did.
And the guy with the nose you always enjoy.
The guy who played the general or something. It was horrible.
And then Reptilicus was spitting out a green blob, predating that scene in the Earthquake where the red stuff comes out the camera.
It's like they scratched the film to make it look like something was being spewed out.
So that was in March. Also in March, you could see Gorgo.
Oh, Gorgo. I like Gorgo. That's a good one. You have this prehistoric creature, I believe, gets captured.
Yeah.
And studied for, but as it turns out, it's the offspring of a very large prehistoric creature, Gorgo.
Gorgo was March, so February and March you could see these giant movies, creatures, Reptilicus, Conga. Did I mention Conga yet? No. Conga. It was in March.
Oh, Conga was in March.
Also.
That's the King Kong ripoff. Scientific experiments on a minky goes awry, and it just becomes this massive.
With Michael Gough.
Is it Gough? Is it Gough? Who knows?
You'll remember him as
Alfred.
Alfred in the.
Was it the first?
It was the
second.
Michael Keaton series.
Oh, okay.
He was in all 4. He was the only one that was in all 4 of those.
Oh.
Even the George Clooney one there. Curse of the Werewolf.
Oh, great film. Leon.
Oliver Reed. We love that, one of the Hammer films.
That is probably, in my opinion, got to be in the top 2 or 3 of the Hammer horror films.
Yeah.
Just well done. Even the acting is okay before its time, good. But even today, I think it still holds up well. It's got some good effects, good story. Even from the beginning, the story of how he comes to be. Mm-hmm. Good, very good movie from that time.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, the movie.
Walter Pidgeon?
Yeah, and Barbara Eden, I think, was in there.
Oh.
Mothra. Ugh. That's not our favorite of the monsters, right?
No.
He always has the 2 little girls, twins, with him. Now, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
George Papard?
Uh-huh. Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn, okay.
Now, that's a popular movie. It's got Moon River in it.
Oh, the Andy Williams?
Yeah. Did you ever see this?
Moon River. Blah, 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 blah.
I sat down and watched that. I said, it's on TCM here. It's something I should see. I guess it's a classic film.
Hated it, didn't you?
I did hate it.
Okay.
But I think there was a disclaimer before it.
Uh-oh.
Mickey Rooney is in it. And even with the disclaimer telling me what I was going to see and how it was a product of its time.
Yes.
Mickey Rooney is an Asian character.
Oh, no.
2 shades below the glasses and the teeth, which I'll show you a picture here in a historical context. This is something we don't do today. Something Andy Rooney shouldn't have been doing. But the glasses and the teeth and all. And the voice.
Listen, we only got 10 minutes left of the show. We got to get rolling.
Okay, one more film, The Mask.
Which
we only know because in the 80s when 3D was coming back, you could pick up your glasses at Burger King.
Oh, right, the red and green ones?
Yeah. And there were 3D segments, and they would say, put the mask on now. And you put the mask on, and there was some 3D.
That sounds like something from a film you did. Something with a moolie. I don't know.
Right. Okay, the songs.
Songs. Number 10. Top 10 songs, 1961. Wooden Heart by Joe Dowell. Also by Elvis in G.I. Blues.
Yeah, I had to look that up. You would know it if you hear it.
All right. Raindrops by D. Clark, number 9.
Raindrops. Do you know that one? Too many raindrops.
Yes. Okay.
I knew that one.
Number 8, Wheels by the String-Alongs. I don't know that.
That one I did not know, even looking it up.
Number 7, a song by Chubby Checker, Pony Time.
Yeah, I looked that one up, and it's the twist, only he's saying, hey, pony time, pony time.
Okay.
He was popular then, no matter what he did. And there was usually a dance with it.
Number 6, My True Story by the Jive 5.
Yep, I didn't know that one. I looked that up. I have to look these up, and some of them you do, it hits you, but that one, no.
All right. Number 5, I do know, Runaway by Del Shannon.
Oh, yes, that was used in American Graffiti when they were driving on the highway.
The number 4 song by Roy Orbison, Crying. Crying over you.
Everybody knows that. Did somebody remake that, or was just that song was so
No.
popular we always knew that one?
I don't know. I like them better as part of the Traveling Wilburys. Number 3, Michael by the Highwaymen.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell that one was, but I put it on. Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. And for some reason that was popular in 61. It was like a religious song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, by Patsy Cline, I Fall to Pieces. I fall to pieces.
I don't know if I've ever heard that whole song, but it was as part of a record collection from Remco or somewhere. Ronco.
Ronco. Okay. I know it because of Michael Nesmith did a version of that
Wow.
on his, I believe, the first National Band album. Look it up, people. Number 1 song, 1961, from Bobby Lewis, Tossin' and a Turnin'.
Yeah, everybody knows that, right?
I think
Tossing
so.
and turning all night. I think it was in Animal House.
Could be.
Very popular. Now, here's a few other songs you'll know from
Okay.
61. Hit the Road, Jack.
Oh, yes.
Ray Charles.
Yes.
Calendar Girl. Neil Sedaka.
Yep.
I love. Run Around Sue.
Run Around Sue.
Dion. Stand By Me. Benny King.
Yep.
Of course, everybody knows that from the Stand By Me movie. Big Bad John. Do you remember this?
I do.
Big Bad. Jimmy Dean, who still makes sausages, even though he's been gone for 40 years.
I know. Well, now they're using his voice.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is, what's old is new again.
Uh-huh.
He was doing the commercials back decades ago,
Mhm.
and then they felt, we're going to end these commercials. It's too country, it's too twangy. We want to update it. We want to make it more, contemporary. And what are they doing now? They're going back to the Jimmy Dean commercials, using his voice, using all the country backwoods twang.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with that. It's good down-home sausage, people.
Yeah, I like to hear Jimmy again, even though he's in the grave.
It's like Andy Griffith going, good cracker, good cracker.
And Are You Lonesome Tonight from Elvis. That was our surprise number 96 for the year. That's one of his big songs.
Yeah. All right, we're moving along to TV shows from 61, 62. Number 10, Candid Camera with Alan Funt.
Alan Funt. Later on, he would do that on HBO
Yes.
and show some boobs.
Oh, I remember one of those
Uh-huh.
where it was a guy was in an office and the window cleaner was a female and she was topless.
Oh, no.
Topless. And the guy was just looking over and then they were some nice gams.
That was HBO, right?
That was HBO.
We could show some boobs
Yes.
on
Oh.
HBO.
Now you just boobs everywhere. Now you get them on album covers.
Who's got boobs
I don't know.
on
There's
there?
some
There's a lot of them, but there's a new one.
some new one. I can't remember who it was. But she has one breast exposed on
Oh,
the album
no.
cover while she's holding the baby.
Oh.
And the baby is not covering the parts. The
We'll have to
parts
look for that
They're
one.
there. Number 9, Dr. Kildare. NBC
Yeah.
show with Richard Chamberlain.
Chamberlain, who was in miniseries.
Shogun.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Danny Thomas Show. It's a CBS. By the way, folks, always thank Danny Thomas before giving us St. Jude's, the
Right.
children's hospital, which now his daughter continues with that.
Yeah.
That's one of the, to me, one of the greatest things that has been done by a celebrity over there. I mean, where else can you get treatment for free?
Right. And you notice on the commercials, they always get the very cute kid who's plugging the blanket that you can get.
Yeah.
And then about a year or so later, that kid gets pushed to the side, and there's the older one who's still plugging the blanket, but he's going through puberty now. So they got the younger, cuter kid to come on.
Yeah, you can't make fun of this stuff.
Oh,
man.
no.
Oh, it's just serious stuff. It's just a great.
It's just funny how they always
yes.
get the new cute kid there, and for a few commercials, the older one is in the background. They cut to him holding the cute blanket.
Well, you gotta appeal. Somehow you have to appeal to people, their emotions, and that's how you do it. But Danny Thomas
Appeal for their funds.
brought us the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and what a fine thing that is. Number 7, the Andy Griffith Show, still there. Oh wait a minute, this is one of his first years, wasn't it?
Yeah, that had to be first or second year.
Number 6, the Red Skelton Show. Never understood that.
Yes, we always say when he pops up, he would get his hair messy and become a new character.
Right.
Clem Clididdle-Hapler or something.
Yep. Put a hat on or something. Yeah, I never
It's
understood
on a
that.
long time, so somebody was enjoying him.
Number 5, somebody was also enjoying Perry Mason.
Oh.
Raymond Burr. 5 o'clock. Your Honor. My father used to say...
The reruns.
Perry Mason would come on, he would be in his recliner, and he'd start to hear that music. Dun-dun, dun-dun. He'd go, up, nap time. Lean back, pillow behind his head, take a nap for an hour.
I think it was nap time for me, too, because it was very slow and boring and black and white when it was on, and there was nothing else on at that time. So you just had to sit there. He usually took a little nappy after school.
Why would you name a character Hamilton Burger?
Oh.
Hamburger.
Oh, jeez.
Why would you do that? Number 4, Hazel with Shirley Booth.
Yeah, I remember that being pretty good. That was on syndication when we were kids.
It's okay.
Hazel.
Number 3, Gunsmoke, which was on, what, 25 years, 26 years?
Yeah, 75 we found out. That went off.
All right. And this is 1961. Number 2, Bonanza.
Never watched Bonanza.
I didn't get into that too much. Not to be confused with the restaurant in Ponderosa.
That was on NBC, right?
Yes.
NBC had shows that were kind of muddy or dark. I don't know if it was our local thing. Or it seemed like it wasn't like the Big Valley, which was, I think, CBS or something. It seemed brighter. Like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I agree. Number 1, look at the last 3 were Westerns. Number 1, Wagon Train. The Wagon Train.
Huh.
I just remember the Wagon Train, a little wagon train, scooting through the kitchen with the dog chasing it, and it would go into the cabinet, and there'd be the dog food.
We had some interesting, usually the other films were interesting, but we have West Side Story, and no matter what I say, you'll never watch that.
I will never watch it.
I'd say look up the Officer Krupke song on YouTube. That's about all you need.
All right. That's all you need.
That's all you need on West
So
Side
you're not
Story.
exactly endorsing this film if you're telling me, hey, this 5-minute segment of Officer Krupke is all you need.
Maybe you watch America. That's a good number on the rooftop with Rita Moreno. That's about it.
Okay.
You get all you need from West Side Story with that. So, we will see you next time. We'll be back with another exciting year as we go back in time.
Get your hiney checked.
The New Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.